Look, firstly, I'm not really sure if I'm a great coach, as yet, because I really think in my coaching journey, it's something that I've just started, and you're learning a lot along the way. And I think there's a differentiator between sort of being a player and focusing, yes, on your team to a large extent, but also focusing a lot about yourself and how to get the best out of yourself. And if you become the best player you possibly can be, then that's going to help the team. So there's a lot of individual focus as an individual player. I mean, there's a team focus, but there's also a lot of individual focus. I think as a coach, you've obviously got to start thinking sometimes of the larger picture and the bigger picture and sort of an overall strategy, so to speak. You have to sometimes look after apart from winning, you also have to look after, just almost the careers of sort of 15, 16 players who are in your squad, sometimes larger squads as well. And then there's just an overall sort of strategy around developing, building these players, especially at the junior and the A level. Sometimes at the India level, it can be a lot about winning and it can be a lot about results at the national level. But at a slightly under 19 level and India A level, you have to marry results with development, and you have to marry results with ensuring that you're giving the players the opportunities and getting the best out of themselves. May not necessarily be in the short term, but in the long term, which is then going to benefit your national team and the senior team. So I think it's just a question of balancing that. So sometimes your role is yes, is coaching, and it's actually providing technical advice and temperamental advice. But it's also sometimes just looking at an overall strategy and an overall sort of perspective of where you see some of these players, where they're at, and also I think sometimes interacting with the national team to see what they're looking for and what is the expectation at that level, because you sometimes don't want these boys to fall short once they get to that level. So it's balancing those two things out. But I think like anything else, I think it's about doing it. The more and more you do it, and the more you're willing to learn, the better you get, and you're going to make mistakes all the time, as you do as players, and you make mistakes, you learn from them, and I think just for me personally, just the more experience I've had, the experience at Rajasthan and Delhi with the IPL, now with the under-19s in India, I've just realized myself, just the more experience I have, the more I get to interact with other coaches, the more I get to talk to other coaches about the way they go about things, listen to them, hear them. I just feel that sort of helps my learning as well.